Hey guys, this is the short C discussion, and the discussion will be on pointers. So in this video, I'll be like giving you a small introduction towards pointer. So you can start like programming with the same. So suppose we have an integer variable a, or let's say we have num, and we have a value 10. And if we are normally printing it, it will be num equal %d, type specifier. And then I'll be passing the name of variable I want to print. It's num. Save. Let's save it now. uh, okay, now it will be gcc try 1.c compile. We compiled fine, a dot out. So num equal to 10. It's just like a very simple thing that we can do. I'm just taking a variable and printing it. Now the thing is, if we see this is suppose this is the memory representation of this num. Here if you see, we have stored the value 10 here. This is the value 10 inside the box. Now there are two things. This is a memory location. This is the value where we are storing the numeric 10. But this specific memory location is having an address. Consider this as your home. Like you are inside your home. So this is the person which is staying inside the home, but that specific home is having an address which is unique. You can think all of these boxes as separate houses. Each and every house will have its own specific address. So this is just a representation. So in case we want to have the address of this particular location where we have stored 10 and the name of variable is num, we will use the address operator, which is ampersand num. This will give us the address of variable a, variable num, or in case what I'm trying to say, memory location of num. So we can also print like this. We can use just give a space addr, I mean address. %p is for pointers. It's for address, printing the address, or you can use you can use %u as well. That is for unsigned. So I think we should go with %p. Then you just pass this address that we want to print the address of this num variable inside the memory. Save it, compile the code, and print it. You can see we have an address something ending with 75E94. Now I can show you that these addresses are like one after the other. For that I will be taking a character variable, because character is of 1 byte. Num1 equal to 10. Same thing we can do. I'm taking another one, num2 equal to 20, and char num3 equal to 30. So let's do one thing. I'll be like introducing num1 equal to %d addr. Then I'll be let's just copy paste all of these. uh, Let me just copy paste, fine, paste, and again paste. Change it to num2, and change it to num3. And here we will change the passed parameter. So let's do this approach is fine, I guess. We have num1 num2. So we'll do uh, num1, this is num2. Now we will do num3, sorry, this will be num1. We are printing the value of num1, we are printing the address of num1, and we are printing the value of num2, then we are printing the address of num2, then we are printing the value of num3, then we are printing the value address of num3. So if we see, this makes sense. Num1 address, value of num1, address of num1, value of num2, address of num2, value of num3, address of num3. Okay, let's save it and let's compile. It's compiled fine, a dot out. Now you can see that these variables num1, num2, num3 are like just right next to each other. It is B5, it is next is B6, and next is B7. So as I've shown you the memory representation, this is the actual like how the memory is allocated to these given variables. Since the size of character is 1 byte, so the B5 location is given to num1, the next location which is B6 is given to num2, and the third location B7 is given to num3. So this is the just a memory representation of a given C variable. Now what we are trying to then, since the topic is of pointer, so what is a pointer? If we take a pointer, pointer is nothing. Pointer is just a variable which saves address of another variable. Think of this as a normal C variables, just like this is num1, this is of character data type. It is saving some value. Now if we have a pointer, this is a like how this is how we denote a pointer. So this is a pointer ptr1. Let's say this is a how we denote a pointer, and we give a null when we create it, or you can initialize it with the value. Now I have told you that pointer is just a variable which save address of another variable. What I mean by this is, using this pointer 1, we can save the address of num1 inside this pointer 1. So actually, previously I was in num1 I was saving some value. This is the value 10. You can see, and num1 is having an address. So using this pointer, I can save this address inside it. So I can use it on later some purpose, as the pointer is having a huge application in C programming. So for the simplicity, I will just like remove the unrequired nums. Let's just go till here. I think it is fine. So we have a pointer, we have initialized to null, or we can do something like this as well. You can just create char star ptr1, char star ptr1, and then as I've said, we need to give the address of a given variable. The ampersand sign should be there, and the name of variable is required. Now I have given the address of variable to ptr1, and simply we can like not using this, I can just write ptr1, save it. Let's compile. It is giving us a warning because we have I think because we have like multiple type specifiers are there, and we are not having a matching argument for that. Let's save it now. Compile fine. Now you can see, don't get confused, like previous address were different, so it's just address might be different on each run up of a given program. Just the thing is, using this ptr I can access the memory location of num variable. I can even like display the data. To display the data, we need to dereference a given pointer variable. So the dereferencing can be done by using an asterisk sign. So syntax for dereferencing is just this ptr. Syntax will be just using the pointer name ptr1 and having this asterisk sign in front of it. This is important. At the time of creation, we have used this. At the time of dereferencing, we are using this. What this means? We need to have the value stored at address holded by this pointer. This means using this, I'm telling my program that I need to have the value which is stored at the address which is saved by this pointer. Now our pointer is having this address saved, right? So I'm just telling them that I need the value which is stored at this address. So the value is 10. So we can print the value something like this as well. Just copy it. I can just paste it here. I will just paste it. I can just give ptr. This is star. What this means? I've told you this means the value stored at. Value at. This means value at star ptr1. This means value at that particular address is %d and address is %p, or address you can say address stored by pointer is %p by ptr1 is fine, I guess ptr1. And we can just write now for the first type specifier we need a value. For value we need to dereference the pointer, and the dereferencing can be done by using an asterisk sign. I've told you. So we'll just use asterisk sign ptr1. This is the value, and now we need to see the address. For the address we will just use the pointer ptr. So ptr1. So the basic difference is when I'm just writing ptr1 it means the address. When I'm writing star or asterisk ptr1 it means the value stored by this pointer is having another value stored at the address. So this pointer has stored the value this 7fff, and at this memory location we are having a value 10. So by this asterisk ptr1 we are actually referencing to this value 10, that we want this value 10. By just writing the pointer we want that address. This is clear, I guess. Compiled fine a dot out. You can see the num1 is 10 and the address is this one. Now all we have to do here is let's save it. Now we should compile a dot out. Now you can see this was the first printf. So number one, we are using a variable name here. So number one, num1 is having 10. This is fine. Address of num1 is stored by this pointer. Or for your convenience, I should write num1. It will be like pretty much clear, like how the things are happening. Save it, compile, run. Now you can see we are using variable name here. Num1 is having a value 10. Address is equal to ampersand of num1, which means the address at which the specific variable is located. So address is this one. Now as we have given this address to pointer, you can see now I'm using pointer dereferencing to get the value. So when I dereference the pointer it is giving me the value. It is 10. You can see it is same as the num1 because the memory location is same. Now if I am printing the pointer value, now the pointer value will be the same memory location at which the num1 is located. You can see. So this is how the pointer work. This is just like a basic idea I have given you about pointer. In future videos I'll be like explaining deep about pointer. So in case you like the video, please give a thumbs up and share and subscribe. It will be much appreciated. See you guys next time.